You're watching KYOT Coyote.
This thing is falling apart.
It'll hold.
We're not gonna make it.
We'll make it.
Pull up! Pull up!
Here we are, approaching the Maw, the final level for the amazing campaign mod Halo Combat Revolved. This will be played on Heroic. I will show gameplay, aesthetic changes, and some Easter eggs I found along the way. Thank you for being here to watch. From the swooping camera of this intro cutscene, you'll notice the 3D terrain created by Connor Dawn. This gives much more believability and depth than Retail.
This thing is falling apart.
It'll hold.
We're not gonna make it.
We'll make it.
Pull up! Pull up! You did that on purpose, didn't you?
For the sake of viewing this video, I'm going to slightly increase the exposure. The balance between light and shadows in Revolved is perfect while you're playing throughout any level. The more damaged and decrepit locations of the Pillar of Autumn in the Maw is punctuated by the cosmetic changes, which contrasts well with the more intact parts of the ship that also received a visual update. We will see that soon.
Plans to initiate an overload of the ship's fusion engines. The explosion should damage enough systems below it to destroy the ring.
We found ourselves the water pistol in the Maw. I showed this weapon off in the playthrough of the second mission. It repels your enemies at great distance, but we won't use it. Remember, you can still get flooded when using the water pistol, if you know what I mean. If you've been watching my previous playthroughs, you would have noticed the grunt flood forms. They explode once they're eliminated due to their methane tanks being punctured. You'll notice there are Covenant Special Operation units here on the Pillar of Autumn fighting the Flood, and of course, they have no remorse for you. You know I'm a man of detail. Check out the scratches on the shotgun's action. I can picture it now, armor scraping the firearm as the user loads the shells hastily. Oh, I thought that said bridges.
The bridge. We made it.
What's interesting is that Connor Dawn took the long period of time to create these textures out in the distance that are technically part of the skybox, regardless of if the textures are in the sky or not. This adds to the environment while still feeling like a barren landing point for the Pillar of Autumn.
I leave home for a few days and look what happens. This won't take long. There. That should give us enough time to make it to a lifeboat and put some distance between ourselves and Halo before the detonation.
I'm afraid that's out of the question, really.
Oh, hell.
Ridiculous! That you would imbue a warship's AI with such a wealth of knowledge? Weren't you worried it might be captured or destroyed?
He's in my data arrays, a local tab.
You can't imagine how exciting this is! To have a record of all of our lost time. Human history, is it? Fascinating. Why do you continue to fight us, Reclaimer? You cannot win. Give us the construct, and I will endeavor to make your death relatively painless and...
At least I still have control over the comm channels.
Where is he?
I'm detecting taps throughout the ship. Sentinels, most likely. As for the monitor, he's in engineering. He must be trying to take the core offline. Even if I could get the countdown restarted, I don't know what to do.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine's shields?
Not much. A well-placed grenade, perhaps, but why? Okay, I'm coming with you.
Busted! Like a kid in a candy store. Subtle changes to the art design make this hallway and the whole Pillar of Autumn feel like it's over 40 years old. Clean, but been in service for some time. Is this like one of those liminal spaces or something?
Engine room located. We're here. Alert! The monitor has disabled all command access. We can't restart the countdown. The only remaining option is to detonate the ship's fusion reactors. That should do enough damage to destroy Halo. Don't worry, I have access to all of the reactor schematics and procedures. I'll walk you through it. That will expose a shaft that leads to the primary fusion drive core. Good! Step one
Surrender the
complete.
construct
We
to
have a
me,
straight
or
shot
I
into
will
the
be
fusion
forced to take
reactor.
you offline
We need a
permanently.
catalyst explosion to destabilize the magnetic field surrounding the fusion cells. Use an explosive. I recommend a grenade or rocket. If you run out of explosives, there is an armory station located near the engine room's entrance. Analyzing. Fusion reactor number 1 destabilizing. Use explosives on the other 3 reactors. That should be enough to trigger a wildfire explosion at the entrance.
Surrender the construct, and I will endeavor to make the necessary repairs as quickly as possible.
Keep it up. Only one more fusion reactor to go. Lifted it. Engine's gone critical. Based on the current rate of decay, you should have 15 minutes to get off the ship. Don't have much longer. You should move outside and signal for evac. Access the schematics. There's a service lift at the top of the engine. It leads to a Class 7 service corridor that runs along the ship's dorsal structure. Hurry!
The ending of this game gets me going every single time. I haven't played another one that has this sense of urgency at the end.
We must be moving.
of the ship's fusion core. The engines must have sustained more...
So I had some prior insight to be on the lookout for a rocket launcher. This is the rocket jumper.
Explosion will generate a temperature of almost 100 million degrees. Don't linger when it moves.
So, about the Puma in Revolved. It feels as though the Puma finds more grip, allowing for faster acceleration. However, it also feels as though the weight distribution is more front-heavy in this mod. And this would make sense, the engine is in the front. So the Puma doesn't slide as much as Retail due to finding more grip with its massive tires. Although once you reach top speed, there is more play in the steering. Now, the slightest change in weight distribution for someone who's driven the original Puma for years in this game can find themselves making little course corrections that could be too much, causing the player to crash and not breeze through this last level with no problem. I sure make it more difficult on myself launching my Warthog a quarter mile.
Good thing that fool's nipple's waiting for me at the starship. Cause, man, if I worked up a big, crunchy thirst!
Using the Ghost will expose you to more enemy fire. You're slower, much easier to hit, though you've got weapons to help you return fire. And hovering may prevent you from making those mistakes in the Puma. A 1-second mistake could be fatal. These little changes in the vehicles and enemy AI in Revolved provides the exact sense of danger and urgency experienced in the Retail version for the first time ever playing the Maw, which is the very objective of Revolved. Make this game feel as if an experienced player is playing the first Halo for the very first time.
Here we go. Did anyone else make it?
Scanning. Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left. We did what we had to do for Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated, and the Flood. We had no choice. Halo, it's finished.
No. I think we're just getting started.
Wow. Halo Combat Revolved is so much fun. It's one of my favorite mods of all time, given the consistency across each campaign level and the tenacity it provides the entire game. Thanks for hanging out and catching my Revolved videos. If you missed some, go ahead and check out the Revolved playlist on my channel. More importantly, it's time for you to enjoy this mod. Simply download Revolved by clicking the Steam link in the description of this video below. Let me know in the comments which level is your favorite in Revolved.